Hello, this is Jack Jackson. In this video, we're going to be going over some differentiation review problems. In fact, in this video, I'm just going to present the problems. In the subsequent video or two, I will go over the solutions to them. So these problems are reviewing some differentiation techniques that we've worked on in this unit for finding derivative formulas, some shortcut rules, and how finding them and how to apply them. So the idea here is to work all of this completely without a calculator, and then only use a calculator, say at a TI-84 level, to check your computations, and then maybe use a calculator computer to generate some graphs to use as checks as well. But basically this should be worked basically just with a pencil and paper only. So I'm going to present some problems here. If you're following along with the video, you can just pause at certain points here to work these problems. Only after you've done that, go on to the next video and we'll start going over some solutions. So the first problem here says state and prove some following basic derivative rules. The sum rule, the constant multiple rule, and the product rule. So state them from memory and then prove them. Now use some of these rules and others perhaps to find some derivatives. Question number 2 says g of x equals 5x minus 2 to the 4th power times parentheses 3x plus 5 close parentheses to the 6th power. And so we want to find the derivative g prime of x, solve g prime of x equals 0 for x, and then graph both g and g prime. Number 3, given g of x is secant of x times the natural logarithm of x, find the derivative, simplify that. By the way, in number 2, the answer should be in factored form for that and should be the same in part 3. Simplify it. Solve g prime of 1, both exactly, and then pull out a calculator and approximate to 6 significant digits and graph both g and g prime. Number 4, h of x equals e to the power cosine of 5x to the 7th. Find the first derivative, h prime of x. Solve h prime of x equals 0. Graph h and h prime. Next, take the implicit relation 8x cubed minus 4x, let me start over again. 8x cubed minus 4y squared minus 5xy equals -1, and find dy over dx. Use that to help find the equation of the tangent line of the curve at 1, 1. Verify 1, 1 actually is on the curve. And then graph the relation and the indicated tangent line as a check. And then number 6, find the second derivative of sine of 2x. Graph the original function and its first and second derivatives. Of course, along the way, you'll be finding the first derivative as well. Number 7, y equals 3x cubed minus 4 square root of x plus 5 over 2x squared. Find dy over dx and find the second derivative as well. Graph the function and its first and second derivatives. 8, the function g of x is 3x to the 2x power. Find g prime of x and find g prime of 3. Graph g and g prime. Number 9, h of x is e to the power of 5x squared. Find h prime of x. Simplify. Find h prime, find h prime of 0 and find h, graph h, h prime, and h double prime. Okay, number 10, derive f prime of x given that f of x is the rational function numerator of 6x cubed plus 7x squared minus 16x minus 12, denominator of x squared minus 3x minus 10. Solve the derivative equal to 0 for x and find out what is find out when f prime of x is undefined. Derive the second derivative. Find when the second derivative is 0 and when it's undefined, and then graph the original function, its first and second derivatives, and identify. You should probably also go ahead and identify any extrema there. Compute the derivative of arctangent of x to the fourth and graph the original function and its derivative. Okay, so that gives you a few problems to work on, to review. Hopefully you've already mastered these things, and this will not be a hard exercise for you. Work those out. Come back to the next video to see the solutions.